Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. Hang on, let me just write this down. Okay. So, welcome to your reading. We're doing God Will Never Desert You, Aquarius. So, we're going to find out what God wants you to know as it pertains to that topic at this time. Okay? So, what do you want to say to Aquarius? What do you want Aquarius to know, please? Most High. I'm hearing my chick bad, my chick good. My chick do things that your girl wish she could. Or something like that. Aquarius. Let's see. Two more times, Aquarius. Yes, Aquarius, two more times. This is how I become accurate. It's by doing it in the way that it should be done. It's a method. Okay? If you're making lemonade, to make it taste nice, you have to put in the right amount of lemonade, the, the right amount of lime, the right amount of sugar, the right amount of water, and any other fancy flavors you like. Okay? So, it's the same thing. I am making something. I am aligning the cards to your story, your message. If I rush it, it won't come out right. And I'll be talking gibberish and you walking away saying, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And that is not the case, Aquarius. So please, I appreciate your patience. I'm just the instrument. I ain't getting involved in whatever you and God got going on, alright? Shit. I'm just here to offer my hands and my eyes and my mouth and my voice and my face. I ain't getting involved. God said, oh, you want to rush me? How about you wait some more? Wow. Like this reading is meant to bless you. Why are you rushing it? Who is the master of time? Who is the caster of miracles? God's like, I got everything in the palm of my hand. What are you worried about? Just chill out. I make the rules, God says. I make the rules. And I say, it must take this much time. Trust me. That's the message, Aquarius. So this could be pertaining to something else in your life that you're trying to rush. God is saying, yo, you're not late. Everything is right on schedule. Because when you're making something, you cannot rush the process. Relax. You want success, you can't be rushing it. Haste makes waste. You're making a pizza, if you take it out the oven before it's fully cooked, it won't taste as nice. Even when you put all the right seasonings, the right amount of cheese, the right amount of sauce, the dough is perfect, but it's not fully cooked. It won't be as enjoyable, you know? So that's what's going on in your life right now. Relax. Don't rush it. Find something else to do to occupy your time so you don't have to think about time. Two more times. Alright, at the bottom of the deck, Aquarius. We have Stranger, Curiosity. I was holding it in the reverse. Does that matter? You're trying to say something? No. Okay. Just checking. Hang on, Aquarius. Alright. So, Aquarius, what does God want you to know? We have the Dragon's Hoard, protecting the future. And we have Group Think. And I'm hearing I should read from the book the dragon sword one. So I will get the book. But let's see what the underlying issue is. So we got heart, home, compassion, and the divine matrix. You see that? God has the whole world under control. The divine matrix. So we have an earthly matrix and we have a divine matrix. So it's like mankind is just hustling and bustling, doing whatever they're doing, making plans and stuff and stuff and stuff. But God is also doing alchemy at the same time. And problems arise when our ambitions and God's ambitions do not coincide. When we want to go this way and God is trying to guide us the next way, that's when we experience turmoil and difficulties and stuff like that. Okay? So it's about paying attention to the divine matrix. Know that time is on your side. Everything is as it should because God is the master. God is the boss. God is the boss over your boss. God is the boss over your parents. God is the boss over police. If you're experiencing police trouble, God is the boss over all. So learn to put your faith in the divine matrix instead of putting all of your energy and your consciousness into what's happening on the earth. There are rules on the earth, but there are also universal rules, divine rules that trump the earthly rules. It's time for us to recognize what the truth of life actually is. What we see here on the earth is not the end all be all. There's a lot more that we're missing, but we should be paying attention to. God is the rule maker above all rule makers, because everybody wants to rule the world, but there's only one world ruler, and it's called God. Okay, so we have compassion and the divine matrix and teachability. So God is trying to teach you some things. There's more things to learn. Like I just said, don't feel that what you see with your own two eyes and how you know creation to be from an earthly perspective is all that there is to know. We have to understand the divine law, divine direction, divine rules. Okay? And then we have preparations come to fruition. So whatever is going on right now, God is helping to secure a better future for you by you understanding the rules, groupthink. So the groupthink is knowing that everybody is subjected to these rules. And I, God, is the rule maker. So if I want to give you more time, I give you more time. There's a story in the Bible that was talking about Joshua when Joshua was fighting for the promised land. The story says that God stopped the sun in the sky so that there would be enough light for them to see to complete the battle. So imagine a day in the winter where you know it gets dark by say 4:30, 5 o'clock. And now 10 o'clock at night, the sun is still up in the sky. God says, I did that. I can do that. Whatever you need, I got that. So you need to rest and know that I am God. And what is God? Capital G, capital O, capital D. Everybody likes to believe that they're a god and a goddess. But let's be real about what the word God means. Limitless, omnipresent, omniscient. And what's the next one? Everywhere, all knowing, omnipotent, all powerful. God says, I am the great I am. I am the all. Chill out. God said you don't need to worry about your future. Just pay attention to the things that I'm putting before you right now. I'm trying to teach you some things. Are you learning? If you would learn what I'm trying to teach you, your future is going to be beautiful. All right. So let's see. Protecting the future. So you can pause it and read it yourself, but I'm also gonna read it. Okay. All right. So it says, protecting the future, legacy, true riches. In the dragon's hoard, jewels and precious objects scatter the ground, while ancient scrolls inscribed with the wisdom teachings lie within reach. This is a rich opportunity, and you can fill your satchel with the treasures you like best. So it's either you're going to go after the money or you're going to go after the wisdom, which, if you're very smart, you'll know that the wisdom will bring you the money. But if you go after the money and you don't have no wisdom, you're going to squander the money. Hint, hint. It says, take the gifts offered you and dedicate them to the well being of all, beginning with your own. But beware, all that glitters is not gold. Select the precious treasures that will further your spiritual growth and avoid the shiny objects that are empty of real value. Yeah, read that yourself. Let that sink in. Know that the hoard does not belong to you, it belongs to our grandchildren. What is the inheritance that you wish to leave for tomorrow? What seeds are you planting that you will harvest in your old age when you are weary? What seeds will bear fruit after you are no longer here? And if you're a person who don't believe in old age and don't believe in death like I do, then just what is it that you hope to achieve for the future? So if you want to work, you work, and when you want to take 2-3 months off, you can do that if you so choose. So it's about setting something great for the future. Mm? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't believe in like, see, if you start a legacy and you have a child, I don't believe in you forcing your child to carry on your legacy, because how do you know that that child's purpose in life is to carry on what you started? This child has his or her own destiny and purpose, skills, fears, likes, dislikes. And that drives a lot of families apart, because we try to force we start something and say, I'm gonna leave this to my grandchildren. How you know your grandchildren treasure what you treasure? So when you leave your business that you worked all your life to erect to your grandchildren or your children, and the first thing they do with it is sell it off, then who's in the wrong here? They value what they value. You value what you value. If you really want to do something wonderful for your grandchildren, in that sense, I think that the right formula would be to find somebody who believes in what you believe in. Give them free reign over the company to run it as they see fit, so that it will continue to be a success. But your child has shares, so they keep on reaping the benefits. But don't try to stick your child as head of your shop or your investigation agency, your even your fucking throne. Because how you know your child want to be a king or queen? You understand what I'm saying? Just because they were born into that doesn't mean that that's what they feel should be their future. And if their heart is not in it, then they will never make you happy, because they will forever be miserable doing something that they don't want to do. Really, they're only doing it because mommy and daddy said. That's a miserable life. So that that way that humans behave, it needs tweaking a little bit. That's not divine, that's earthly. So teachability, how teachable are you? It's time to learn some new things and implement some new structures and ways of doing things that actually work, that actually bring out the best in all of us, you know? So, continuing. The dragon guards the legacy of the future. All who come empty handed or to fill only their own pockets with gold lie in a dusty heap of bones. You have been allowed entrance by virtue of your kindness or your spiritual practice or sheer luck. Consider as well that your present this moment is the future to the dragon. Let me read that again. Consider as well that your present this moment is the future to the dragon. That's deep. I need to calculate that. But maybe you got it, so I'll continue. It says, you may be the one we have all been waiting for, so do not hesitate to take what bequest has been reserved for you since the beginning of time. See, that's talking about destiny. That's talking about purpose. You know, and a lot of us are not living in our destiny or our purpose because we choose to follow the money. We choose to follow tradition. We choose to follow culture. We choose to follow the teachings of society. We choose to follow what we see on TV, you know? So everything is all out of sync. So it's about bringing yourself back to what's going to bring out the absolute best in you and the people closest to you. So it says, this is the time to be bold. This is the time to be bold. Do not delay or overthink. Remember to bring an offering for the dragon, lest it believe you are its lunch. A simple prayer will do. So it's talking about reverence. It's talking about having reverence for the things that are divine, the divine matrix. So it's like, treat earthly things like earthly things and treat divine things like divine things. And we are divine. We are also earthly, but we tend to be more in our earthly energy and pay attention to that side of ourselves than we pay attention to our divine side of ourselves. So what God wants you to know right now is that there's a time for balance, gestation period. So just take a breather, stop for a moment, and then go again. Movement towards adventure. So it's like you're coming to a realization that there's more to life than just your physical and material possessions, so to speak. Your physical body, your car, your house, you know, things like that. You're coming to the realization that you have a spiritual life, you have a spiritual body, and you have spiritual obligations. We're living in a spiritual world as well as a physical one. So yeah, right use of power is coming next. Yeah, and it's talking about forgiveness. So forgive yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because we were not born, or we didn't come here with rules, and a lot of our parents, they didn't know any better, so they couldn't teach us any better, to be honest with you. So now that we know better, it's for us to make that change and make the way easier for our children to come. So there you go. When it's talking about legacy and future, there you go. That's one change that, or one thing that you need to learn is how to do it different to those who raised you, so that those who come after you will be more equipped to deal with this world. Because to be honest, most of our parents, they did us a disservice when they hid what life really is about. The fact that magic is real and God is real, and the importance of prayer, and the importance of having a love for yourself where you do not include people, like solitude, things like forgiving others. You know, all the lessons that life has taught them, they tend to not teach us. And it's like, so what is your purpose? You're here to feed me. Okay, you fed me, you clothed me, you sheltered me. Okay, tick, tick, tick. But you sent me out into the world kind of empty, and I went out there and we have magicians throwing magic at at us. We got jealous people who are throwing bad juju at us, and it's like all these things are happening and we don't even have a clue. So it's like your job was incomplete. So they gave us the physical, the physical things of life, a lot of physical things, but when it comes to our the divine things or the spiritual things, they drop the ball heavily, you know. So now we have to pick up the ball and make sure that we pass the ball to our children, and what they choose to do with it, then that's up to them. But at least you did the best that you could. Okay, because I wouldn't say that our parents did the best that they could. I'll be honest with you, they left out a lot, too much. And as far as I'm concerned, their idea of parenting was, well, speaking from my own perspective and how I was raised, it was very irresponsible parenting. Yeah, because if you have a parent who does everything for you, it's not a blessing, that's a curse. Because you, the person, you go out into the world not knowing how to do anything. So if you have a mother who cooks and cleans and prepares everything for you, even up to you're a grown woman or grown man, then that's the time when you start learning to cook and clean and iron your clothes and wash your clothes and stuff like that. That's not good. You're supposed to start learning them things from your little, from you can walk. You should be starting to tidy up after yourself. So that way it becomes just naturally programmed into you. You know? It's nothing to say to your child, take up that and put it over there. You know what I'm saying? Let's tidy up. Get them into that mindset so that you don't have a problem when they get to like 9 and 10 years old, because then they'll talk back to you. When they're 6, they'll talk back to you. But if it's something that they're used to doing since they're a baby, then it'll come in as something natural. So it's about programming. Okay? So yeah, my dear, God says it's time for a change. Time for you to understand life for what it is and what you can actually make it into. Okay, you don't have to accept everything the way that it is. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best. Bye bye.